Hey everyone, it's Jessica with another video for you for the Peartree Cutfiles design team, and today I'm bringing you my challenge layout for the March challenge, which is Spring Has Sprung. And my challenge is using flowers in 3 different ways. So I'm using this cut file, which is the Spring Wreath cut file, and I doubled it up. So what I did was I first cut it out in some blue cardstock paper from Hip Kit Club, and then I used the hide contours feature. I hid all the contours and made sure I took out the little pieces in between all the branches and the leaves and things, and I deleted those out of the hide contours, and then I cut it out again. So the only thing that it was actually filling in for me was just the leaves portion, so that I could cut it out with some smooth white cardstock. And originally I was going to layer those two together and just fill in my leaves with the white, but then I decided that I was going to sorry, I'm feeding my baby at the moment, so you may hear some baby noises. So then I decided to stagger them so that the white was actually showing all around instead of just behind my leaves or filling the leaves in. And also partly because it would have taken me a while to figure out where my leaves go exactly, because I pulled it off my cutting mat without thinking that I needed to keep it exactly where it needed to be, so I knew which leaves it lined up with. But I could have figured it out, but I liked the staggered effect better. And then what I did was I took some Distress Oxide and Weathered Wood, and I used a kind of like a paint stamp from Stampin' Up, and I stamped all behind where that cut file is laying just to add some mixed media to it. And then I just added a little confetti flower stamp. You can't really see it too much, but I just wanted a little pop of pink in there, so I used some, I think this one's Saltwater Taffy in Distress Oxide around my layout as well. So then I'm taking some of my Nuvo glue. I'm just going to lightly adhere this cut file down. I'm not being super crazy about the glue. I don't want it all stuck down because I want to pull those leaves up off my page for some dimension when I'm done. So I'm just kind of adhering it down just a bit around the vines, and then I'm doing the same with the blue layer too. So now that that part's done, I'm going to work on matting my photo. So I'm just taking a piece of this leftover white cardstock from the cut file, and I'm going to adhere my photo down to it and then cut out around it. My paper cutter is a very big one. I know I had mentioned I was going to show it to you guys at one point, but I forgot in this video. But it's very big and bulky, so I just keep it to the left of me and then cut off screen. And then here I've just matted it again with some more of that blue cardstock that I had again left over from the blue layer of the cut file, and then I just stressed the edges, and then I flipped it over and used another layer of it, but I just ripped a little piece of it off and put that behind my photo. So I like to layer my photos. I'm trying to find some different ways to layer. I do like the way that Missy Whitten layers her photos and her videos just by tearing paper and adding some tissue paper behind. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. I pulled out some tissue paper. I've just lightly cut around the edge, nothing too perfect, leaving it kind of rough. And then I'm just actually stapling this right to my photo because I don't want to mess with all those layers of tissue paper trying to get tape or glue in between all of them. So I'm just stapling those with my little Tim Holtz tiny attacher tool. And I'm going to pull out one of these little labels from the Hip Kit Club. I'm using the club kit from, I think this is February 2023. So this is the most recent one that I have. It's now March, but I don't think I got my March one yet. So yeah, this must be the February one, and it's a little bit lovey-dovey, but it's also got some florals in it. So the challenge was to use flowers in 3 different ways. So what I'm going to do for my layout is I'm going to use the word flowers in my title, and I have flowers in my photo, so that's my number 2. And then my number 3 is going to just be by placing some flowers onto my actual layout too. So my title, I'm going to fast forward here for you because you don't want to watch me stick down every single little letter. but my title is going to say Stop and Smell the Flowers. I've used some Pinkfresh Studio small letters there, and I've actually glued them down with my Nuvo glue as well for reinforcement because they don't seem to be sticking very well for me. So I am just reinforcing those with some glue just to make sure that they stay on this layout. And sometimes what I do is I use my sewing machine and I just run a stitch right through the middle of the letters just to make them stick down. I like to do that sometimes too. So here I'm just going through the little die cuts and little ephemera packs in the Hip Kit Club and pulling out anything that I think will look cute and I can layer onto this layout. I'm going to pull out some flowers, and I'm going to pull out a couple little round pieces and a butterfly and some leaves as well. I really like these little, they're kind of like chipboard stickers. I really like this big floral one right here, so I'm going to tuck it in behind my photo and behind my cut file. And then I really like the little leaves that are kind of like a pinkish color. They're kind of like a peachy, I guess. So I am going to just use that and layer those for my little embellishments. I'm going to just tuck little bits in here and there, and yeah, I'm just going to do lots of layering on this one, and then I'm going to finish it up at the end by using my tweezers, and I'm going to kind of fluff up the leaves on the cut file just to give that some dimension as well. So nothing too crazy around here for this layout. It's a pretty simple one. If you wanted to copy or scrap lift it, go ahead and feel free to do so. And yeah, I hope you can grab this kit from the Hip Kit Club shop. It's a really pretty one. I love all the papers that come in this one. And I'll link the cut file below for you, so if you want to grab that, you can grab it. And feel free to hit the subscribe button, of course, if you haven't already. You can always subscribe to me to be notified of all my future videos that I post. I'm posting a lot in March, but March is usually a really heavy month for me for videos. I'll probably die down in April. I also post videos over on the ThermoWeb channel as well, because I'm on their design team, so you can check those videos out on their channel too. Yeah, I think that's about it for today. So that's my updates, and I'm just going to finish embellishing this layout and pop up all those little leaves on the cut file itself, and finish adhering down all of these embellishments, and I'll pop in at the end with a finished layout to show you. So here is the finished layout. Feel free to play along with the challenge for this month in the Peartree Cutfiles Facebook group, which I'll link below. And you have until 10 p.m. GMT time, which is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on March 31st to play along and add your layout into the album. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.